While substance abuse is prevalent in all ages, addiction to drugs and alcohol has been on the rise in teenagers. According to the NCDAS, youth drug abuse is a high-profile public health concern, with at least 1 to 8 teenagers abusing an illegal substance in the last year. 2016 graduate at Holbrook High School, Alex Westgate was your average teenager, from playing sports, popular in school, and going to the usual parties. But it was these parties that kickstarted his addiction habits.
Addiction runs in my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, I've been around it my whole life. And I was like, that's not me. I just drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. So I never really looked at it like I had a problem.
In 2018, Westgate ended up being involved in a car crash in Holbrook. The 3 people in the car at the time were coming home from a party and were all under the influence. The incident ended up killing Westgate's best friend, Nicole Ritchie. In order to cope with the loss, Westgate's drinking addiction took a turn for the worse.
I coped with the pain of the accident and everything involved by just drinking. So I just started drinking every day from that point on. So like November of 2018.
At the age of 23, his severe depression made him realize that he needed to cut his addiction. Ever since he's taken treatment, he hasn't looked back since. Westgate began working at a recovery center by the name of ARC Behavioral Health, where they specialize in helping those in recovery.
This job has helped me tremendously stay sober because now everyone that I work with has been through this. And we have a multi-million-dollar company, and every single person, including the CEO, is in recovery.
While addiction can have an effect on the user, it can also impact the relationship they share with family. Holbrook Middle High School junior and freshman Derek and Dylan Fox's father faced the same type of situation.
I think it was always something he struggled with, but as me and Derek kind of grew up and were old enough to see it, that is when we realized that he was an alcoholic.
Their father's addiction not only impacted his relationship with his children, but ultimately broke up their family.
Our dad's alcoholism is probably what ultimately led to our parents getting divorced, and now we still have a relationship with him, but it's obviously not as strong as if he wasn't an alcoholic.
Richard Barnes was your average outgoing and loving kid, but after his parents divorced when he was only 10, his addiction to alcohol began.
I went from a happy-go-lucky kid who wanted to partake in all little games and have fun and really was a good student to becoming angry, bitter, resentful.
And it only got worse from there. When he was 17, Barnes started using cocaine and other stronger substances. More and more, the drugs soon took over his life, ruining not only his body, but also his relationships.
I remember when I did my first line of cocaine when I was 17, I asked what was going to happen. And he said, well, you're going to have fun, you're going to stay up longer. And I wish he could have told me the truth in reality that my cocaine, that first line of cocaine, is going to cost me over $1 million. It's going to lose me scholarships. It's going to have me forego my college education.
Eventually, Barnes was fed up with lying and stealing from his family to support his addiction. And at the age of 38, he finally got clean for his daughter.
You kids, have one thing that I'll never have again, and that's youth. And I beg every one of them not to waste it on a drink or a drug.
If you or someone you know who is currently struggling with addiction, be sure to reach out for help, or you can call a designated hotline, such as the Massachusetts Substance Use Helpline or the American Addiction Center. It's been Amy Yip reporting for Code Blue News. Back to you in the studio.